one organization that is not pleased at all with Colin Kaepernick is the Santa Clara Police Union.
Why? Why?
Well, because they're offended. They're offended because of the stance he's taking. It's obviously anti-cop. It's obviously anti-cop. So the in a letter to Jed York, who is the CEO of the San Francisco 49ers, they warned that if the 49ers do not take action to stop or prevent Kaepernick's, quote, inappropriate workplace behavior.
Wow.
That it might, quote, result in police officers choosing not to work at your facilities. So
they're trying to dictate how a private they're trying to dictate how a private organization polices their employees. Mm-hmm. So he essentially, Colin Kaepernick is calling out the authoritarianism within the police department, and their response is to act with authoritarian tactics. It doesn't it doesn't even make any sense. No. And the funny thing is, like, if calling out police brutality is anti-cop to them, they're saying their job is police brutality. That's what their job is. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So like it's like how we always call out the corruption in politics and stuff, right? So I guess the job is about corruption. If you're gonna say stop bashing all politicians, well, I didn't say that. I said the corruption.
I'm calling out corruption,
right?
You know what I'm saying? The same logic applies.
Exactly. So of course nobody in their right mind, and nobody that I've ever heard with a voice really that has any kind of status or anything like that, anybody that's reasonable, nobody has said I am anti-cop. No, I don't hear anybody saying that. They're saying they're anti-brutality, anti-killing unarmed people.
And again, like, this is one football player.
One football player.
You know what I mean. But it's spread. But essentially, it's about him.
Yeah.
The Santa Clara Police Department.
They wrote that letter to the CEO of the 49ers.
Exactly, because of him. So this is one football player. Sitting down.
And the whole world has to stop.
And the whole world has to stop. And
he needs to be brought to heel.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm like, what is, like, why is your temper tantrum so relevant right now?
But see, we saw that.
Why is it relevant?
Remember the Minnesota Lynx? Remember that? Remember when they wore the shirts? And we did a story about that too. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, we're so offended, we have to walk out."
Like, okay. Let's just say, all right, you are a civil servant.
Yeah.
What does Colin Kaepernick's protest have to do with you doing your job?
Exactly.
You're not like you're like Colin. You're not like protecting Colin Kaepernick, like by himself.
Because people are scrutinizing your profession. You get all hurt about it.
And not only that, you don't want to do your job.
You don't even want to do your job.
You don't even want to do your job. Your job is to protect and serve a lot of people, a lot of other people. And my thing is that doesn't even make sense. One football player not standing up, like, what the hell does that have to do with your job?
They also sent a letter to Roger Goodell, who's the commissioner of the NFL, and it said, well, one part of it said, "We hope your organizations choose to do the right thing and at least apologize." Let me read that again. "And at least apologize to the many police officers Mr. Kaepernick has disrespected for no apparent reason."
For no apparent reason.
Man.
So there's nothing going on.
He's just pulling this out of his ass, man. There's nothing happening.
No illegal search and seizures.
No, everybody has liberty and justice in America.
No police brutality.
No. He's making it up. He's making it up. And the anthem too. Like, the anthem is prideful. Like, forget the history of the anthem. No, that doesn't exist either. You know, the whole part about being against slaves that wanted their freedom, like celebrating their demise and all that.
But even besides that, like, the whole reason why he's
I'm just going deeper.
Oh, going deeper.
Yeah, I'm just
well,
going
I'm just
deeper.
saying, like, because honestly, I don't even think they even care about that.
Yeah.
But they more or less they care about the reason why he's doing it, and I think that's what people are focusing on. You know what I'm saying? And they're also focusing on a lot of things about him that actually don't matter because Colin Kaepernick said he's not doing it for himself.
Thankfully, other players are joining him too.
His teammate
Eric Reed, he joined him in protest for the Seattle Seahawks. Jeremy Lane, he joined him. Even U.S. Women's soccer player Megan Rapinoe, she's kneeling too as well. And I saw at a recent soccer game too, they did the anthem
before the team came
on.
That's some sad stuff. How are you gonna be so sensitive? Like, again, you know, what do you always hear? Like, America has become so soft. America has become so sensitive. America's like, I'm like, but
politically correct, right?
Politically correct.
There's a whole campaign against political correctness. But in this avenue,
but all of a sudden,
right now,
like,
we need a heavy dose of political correctness right now.
Our feelings are hurt.
If we actually had liberty and justice for everybody here in America, then I believe a national anthem would make sense. It would kind of create that kind of nationalism and kind of pride in people. But not this one. Not this the one that we currently have, because I'm not ignoring the history of the anthem. So like I said before, if no black person wanted to stand for the anthem, actually if no white person wanted to stand for the anthem, actually if no person wanted to stand for this particular anthem, it would make total sense.
To me, Colin Kaepernick is like essentially taking a stand for the country to practice exactly the principles it says it represents, which makes him better than all of y'all mother.
The people,
almost,
but you know, we're supposed to want to feel that pride, right? And stand and put your hand right,
but
here,
not
right?
Superficially, right?
Yeah, not superficially. So
it has to be something that kind of encourages that, right?
Yeah.
And so I think
when you see all across the country when people's rights are being trampled on, and their liberty is being trampled on, and they're not getting justice.
And guess what? If you don't notice it and you don't think it exists, keep on doing it. But for those who do notice it and see that it does exist, let them do their thing and protest. Why are you so mad?
Because this is the freest country in the world,
is
right?
It?
It's the freest country in the world. We're able to do that, right?
I thought so.
One point that I do want to highlight is that the whole team, this is new news now, the whole team of the Seattle Seahawks, they're planning on protesting the anthem coming this Sunday at their game. The whole team.
Ooh.
The whole team against the Miami Dolphins. They are going to protest the anthem. Now I don't know exactly if they're going to sit down or kneel or what, but they're going to protest the anthem.
I'm just glad it wasn't against the Patriots. Oh man, that would have just been a setup.